Why make a decision between having a consultation or registering for my courses when you don't have to with the new consultation and courses offer that I presently have open, where any consultation that you schedule with me is going to get you a membership in my Vedic astrology courses community, where you'll have access to over 300 hours of Vedic astrology video courses, plus the capacity to attend all of my ongoing live webinar courses as part of your membership. Schedule in the Ask Me a Question consultation, which is only $40. You'll get 1 year of membership. Schedule in the $99 simple astrology session. You'll get 2 years of membership. And for any consultation that you schedule with me worth $149 or over, you're going to get a lifetime membership to my Vedic astrology courses community. All you have to do is visit the link above. So there's accountability, and then there's accountability taken too far, and pride gets in the way. And the next thing you know, you're pointing fingers at yourself to the extent that nobody else really has to point fingers at you because you're taking care of all of the finger pointing yourself. So why would you want to do that unless you somehow may be believing the narrative that somebody else might be saying about your actions and how hard you're really trying? So if you examine the contents of your heart, no, not that way. I don't mean actually, kind of, take a look at it. I mean, if you actually examine who you are, what you believe in, what you stand for, you're likely going to recognize that you're really doing all that you can with the present situation. In our minds, we like to think that, okay, well, if we're hitting opposition, we just have to be smarter and wiser and figure out a way around it or a way through it. And when we are trying to accomplish something, which is for the benefit of others besides just ourselves, and we're hitting that opposition, well, suddenly it becomes a lot more meaningful. Right? Pusha Nakshatra, which is where this particular new moon cycle is taking place, and this energy will be lingering around, even though the new moon is in Pusha today. The energy will still kind of be present over the course of the next day or so. It can bring to the forefront the concept of sacrifice. Sacrifice for the purpose of nurturing or the purpose of nourishing. But the other side of the coin with Pusha Nakshatra is we're sometimes needing to accept limitation. Sometimes limitation is necessary. Sometimes we think that something is going to be ideal for us when ultimately it's not, right? And sometimes we're just facing a set of circumstances because there's something that we really need to gain from doing so. So, in one area of your life or another, you're likely encountering just such a block, and you're perplexed as to why you cannot find your way around this opposition and find your way through to success for yourself and equally for all the others involved. And that can be a feeling that can cause you to feel, well, for lack of a better way to put it, pretty helpless. And when others are relying upon you and when they feel that you should be doing a better job than you already are, well, it's quite easy to kind of take a lot of the verbal. I'm not going to say the word that I feel like I need to say. Okay, well, actually, maybe I am. It's easy to take a lot of that verbal diarrhea and, like, kind of let it impact you in a way that you really shouldn't at all. Take a look at what you're doing. Take a look at how hard you've been trying. Understand that you're somebody that, that really cares, right? But, it doesn't stand to reason that just because you can see the way things should be and see an opportunity to kind of reach that particular goal, right? It doesn't stand to reason that you're necessarily automatically going to reach it or reach it as quickly as you might like to think that you are, or reach it in precisely the way that you have planned out. Does that mean that somehow you're not good enough or you're not trying enough or that you don't care? No, not at all. You're guiltless in this situation. You may be responsible to your actions. If you care, of course, you're responsible to the actions that you're taking. But when your actions are backed with love and pureness and care and inspiration, and you're still hitting that resistance, it's obviously not down to you, right? And so, no matter how much you may kind of do that process of self-review with Mercury in retrograde as it's transiting through Ashleisha Nakshatra, that self-review is not going to necessarily show you that one little thing that you missed or how you're somehow responsible for the situation so that you can then turn around and immediately fix things. Life isn't just about fixing things. Life is about understanding. And right now, you're facing a brick wall with a particular situation. All that you can do is understand the nature of that wall and recognize that, okay, this is a necessary opposition at this particular moment in time. It may not always be there. It may be that the answer comes to me in a day or two. It may be that suddenly I just stand here and the brick wall collapses, or maybe somebody knocks it down for me. All of these things are potentials and possibilities. But at the moment, all that you're seeing is the opposition. All that you're seeing is the resistance. All you're seeing is a boundary that no matter how hard you're trying to push beyond, you're not finding the breakthrough that you're looking for. So keep pushing, keep working, because it's in the pushing and it's in the working and it's in your actions that the purification of your karmas actually happen. It's through actually caring and taking the steps that are backed by that caring that we do the right thing, that we hold ourselves accountable. At the end of the day, our lives are about holding ourselves accountable. But we like to kind of, for the most part, as humans, when we're not feeling that things are going in the way that they should, we have a tendency to kind of hold other people accountable, point fingers at other people. And then some of us have the tendency to point fingers at ourselves when other people are pointing fingers at us. At the end of the day, you don't need to listen to the rhetoric. You just need to know that you're doing the best that you can with the situation that you're presently facing. Sometimes we can do no more than simply trying. Sometimes we can't do anything more than just trying, putting action, energy, and effort towards the goal, and then trusting that we're doing the right thing. At the end of the day, that's what matters much more than goals. Only thing is when you see that a goal would be so good to achieve, only you're not able to achieve it, suddenly that goal takes on this overwhelming importance. Right now, even though it is important, you need to pretend like it's not important because you're taking all this way too personally, when instead you just need to hold yourself accountable to knowing that you're doing the right thing. If inside of yourself you know that, nothing else matters. So if you would like a little bit of help with any type of opposition that might be facing you or anything else in general, I do highly recommend my astrological services. And remember, if you act now, you're going to get, sorry, getting all tongue twisted. We can blame it on Mercury retrograde, but I'm not. But with every consultation that you schedule with me, you're going to get a membership to my Vedic astrology courses community, where you'll have access to over 300 hours of Vedic astrology video courses, as well as the capacity to attend all of my ongoing live weekly webinar courses. All you have to do is follow the link above and schedule in a consultation. That's going to do it for this look at the new moon in Pusha Nakshatra, which is taking place on the 24th of July, today, 2025. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.